Timer's ticking. Last chance to hit those likes. Let's get the party started. Wow, felt like Santa Claus right there. What's going on, guys? Happy Sunday. Happy freaking Sunday, man. Not much happened during the weekend. Absolutely nothing happened during the weekend. Let's jump on in, man.
Nope.
What the hell? What the hell? It's literally the same price as Friday. This freaking market sucks. Nothing ever happens over the weekend. Well, I'm still holding my crypto. What could go wrong? We've already dumped so far down. There's no way we can go any lower, right, guys? I'm still gonna hodl. That is the way to go. Hodl out the way. IDCA on the next pump, okay? Not now. On the next pump, okay? I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios. See ya. Meanwhile, oh, BlockFi's going down. Another one. Another one. Another one. I had to do it, man. Anyways, yo, happy Sunday, guys. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. I was hoping that we didn't have to come on. And guys, I'm going to be honest with you guys real quick. I am sick and tired of talking about freaking Sam Bankman-Fried. I can't, dude. Honestly, I go on Twitter, it's all I see. It's honestly tiresome at this point. I'm so tired of talking about that shit, man. So today we're going to talk about the charts. We're just going to talk about the charts. We're not going to talk about all this shit. Guys, listen. There's still a shitstorm going on in the crypto space when it comes to exchanges. Get your money off exchanges, okay? And we can all live happy ever after, okay? Get your money off exchanges, and that's really it. I don't want to talk about Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX, all this bullshit. I've heard about it a million freaking times, okay? I get it. Anyways, guys, are we going to take a tumble on today's stream? Let's talk some price action. Hey, if something's going to go down, if something's going to go timber, you might as well make it the price action here, man. Because shit, at this point, I feel like I'm in the wild, wild west. feel like I'm freaking Woody from Toy Story, bro. Like, I'm trying to save all these other toys. And I can't save the toys, man. Listen, you can't save these mofos. So we go bang them down, if you know what I mean. All right? So strap up, Cowboys. We're going to strap up today, my friends. Anyways, guys, I hope you had a fantastic weekend, man. It was starting to get a little bit of cold this weekend over here in New York. But I'm sure you guys don't care about that because we're in crypto winter, if you know what I mean. Crow took a huge dump. Yeah, Crow took a massive dump, but we'll talk about the Crowster. We had actually DYDX. We know we were talking about, dude, decentralized exchanges might be the move, but we'll talk about that later. DYDX got a big pump this weekend. But besides that, it was mostly just sideways and red, just slowly back down. Are we going to see a dump today, guys? Because you guys can see right here. This is the 2-hour chart right here. Bitcoin is clinging on to a short-term support level that it's been trying to hold, man. It really, really has. Right? Support. Bitcoin's clinging on to this, right? Will it hold? That's the big question that we got going on today, man. And to be honest, guys, I look at this 2-hour chart. I'm not seeing that much of an edge here, man. I don't see that much of an edge, right? I mean, I usually I would look for some type of bullish divergence here on the swing down. The problem I see is I don't see that yet, right? So yes, you are at support. Yes, you did take this vector candle to the left side. I look over here and I see this and you just keep getting rejected from this trend line. Down, right? Rejected, down, rejected, down, rejected, down. Is this going to break tonight? And are we going to come all the way back down to test the juicy lows back down here at 15,750? It's looking like that is the case after just the absolute FUD and just the absolute craziness that's going on in the crypto market right now, man. Let me see what we got going on here. 15.4K was the bottom, said Carter. But crypto does too. Seems kind of weird. Absolute tracks. What am I talking about? Tracks? Tracks is a good ice cream, by the way. What is it? Moose Tracks? Oh, yeah. I'll mess up some Moose Tracks because it's got some chocolate in it. But anyways, that's really it in the short-term time frames, guys. I mean, to be honest, we look at these short-term time frames. This is the price action we got right now, right? So there's not a ton to say about the short-term price action. It's really just this, right? We dump back down. We're sort of sitting here at these levels that we got here, and we're waiting to see on the weekly close, which is coming up in 25 minutes. I was hoping for a close. We'll talk about that in a minute, but I was hoping for a close higher. Did not happen over the weekend. Just kind of continuing to bleed back down to the downside. I think for the short term, guys, the best case scenario I can see for the short term, and this is just me. This is just me, man. The best case scenario I can see for the short term is what would be the best scenario for the bulls, in my opinion, is we do something along these lines, right? We actually swing down, we actually come back down, make a slight lower low, and then try to make some bullish divergence here on some of these shorter term time frames, right? With higher lows on the RSI and lower lows in price action. To me, that's kind of the setup I'm looking for right now. But man, it's obviously right now there's just a ton of negativity in the space, so it's really just an interesting time. We have to let it wait out, right? I told you guys, right now, I'm letting the dust settle. The dust is being settled. We are in the wild, wild west. Get your holsters up. We are in the wild, wild west. We gotta take back our lands, my guys. All right? Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat today. TA is working. Double bottom set up 15.5. Let's friggin' bring it, man. Let's get the bullish divergence double bottom set up. Holy moly, bro. We're getting it in on the weekly. All right, let's check the weekly time frame. So here's what I was hoping for this weekend, guys. It doesn't look like that's going to happen, guys. Right now, Job is laughing to the bank. He is laughing to the bank right now, guys. Wow, look at Bitcoin. Wow, the weekly looks like shit. It's literally look like shit, man. The DXY is coming up too. Oh God. Imagine if the DXY pumps this week, guys. We're going to Goblin Town. Just wait. We're going straight down to 14K. Stop longing. Stop buying. We're going down. Okay? Listen to me. I've been right all year. Do you see this face? I look trustworthy. All right, guys. I'll see you at 14K. Don't be salty. Okay? Bye. Love you. Hope we can be friends still. Because I'm fat and I have no friends. But you still love me anyway, right? Right? Everyone's like, Java, shut the frig up. You've been a pain in my side the whole freaking year, man. Holy moly. Anyways, here's what I wanted to see, okay, for the weekly close. And you know, I was sort of in the camp, okay, if we can get back above some of these higher levels, we're looking okay. Right now, here's the level we want to close back above. Okay, and these are simple scenarios that I'm looking for. At the end of the day, here's what we're looking for, right? We did have weekly support here at about 16,000 to 16,200. We are sitting back. We are still sitting above that right now. We're hanging on to it like we are hanging off a cliff, my man. We are literally hanging off a cliff on the support level here. But if we can close the weekly above here, I still think there's some hope that we hold this going into next week, all right? Now, I will say this, right? We sort of said we got 20 minutes left to go in the weekly close. I mean, we look at kind of what we're looking at right here. It's like in between the $16,000 level and 14K, there's really not much. Now, you could argue that we bounced from 15.5, so is that really true? That's up for debate as well, but on the weekly, there's not much in between there. So let's see where the weekly close ends up, right? I'm curious to see where it ends up in 20 minutes. But it does look like we're going to close above this previous high from 2018, which at least holds us up for now. We got to see where we end up next week. Let's go back to BTC though. 16,375 here on the 2-hour chart. This is the stinking 2-hour chart here. Let me see. Looking down a cliff. Now, at the end of the day, guys, I don't see my setup for a bounce right here, okay? And it doesn't have to be my setup for a bounce, but I look at the chart, right? And what would I want to see for some type of bounce? Well, I would want to see some type of bullish divergence on any time frame, and I just don't see it, man. I don't see it on the daily time frame. I don't see it on the 2-hour time frame. I don't see it on the 4-hour time frame, right? I don't see that setup. I don't see it on, you know, the 8-hour time frame. It's not there yet, right? And that's why let's see what Bitcoin does here, but I don't see this scenario where it bounces from here. More than likely, I see it coming and testing these lows first before it does. But let's see. At the very, very least here, there's still a shitstorm in the market. At the end of the day, I mean, you look at some of these levels, we're still above weekly support. If that breaks, though, man, as much as it hurts to say, I would not be surprised to see us come and test this $13,800 level in the weekly time frame, guys. So that's kind of where we're at, man. That's kind of where we're at. Some of you guys saying you saw George's face on the thumbnail today, and that's all you needed to DCA. I am George. We're all George. This sucks, guys. This sucks. Oh, man. It's looking really bearish right now. I don't know what to do. I don't have any hopium left. All right, let's check the file cabinet. We got any hopium left in here? Plan B, no. On-chain, no. Charts, no. Institutions buying crypto, no. Adoption, no. Oh, okay. There's really nothing going on right now that's bullish. Well, guys, I for once, I think we're going to go down. I think we're going to go down. All right, now let's do some Q&A. Let's do some Q&A. Get out of here, Java. I don't want you. No, get out of here, Java. Get your face off the screen, my man. Holy moly. Let's go back to BTC, though. 16,326. Like I said, in the short term, I am expecting a test of the lows. Should be interesting, though. But like I did say, the one thing we want to see if the bulls want to come back, and I told you guys this like 2 seconds ago, and I'm going to say it again, all right? Here, George the FUD spreader. George has turned into a fudder. I'm just kidding. George is not a fudder, man. George for life. Okay. Like we said, if Bitcoin does drop, we get lower lows, I'm looking for a bullish divergence where we get higher lows in RSI, lower lows in price action. Hopefully that can bring us up, but that is kind of the deal right now, man, because here's the deal last week, guys. Here's the deal last week. We got to see what happens this week. Obviously, we know, and last week, this was huge. By the way, my Pats were on bye this week, but thank you, Vikings, for beating the Bills. You stupid Vikings. Listen, I love the Vikings, man. I am a Viking. I want the Bitcoin price to go up. But thank you, football Vikings, for smacking the shit out of the Bills today to bring the Pats that much closer to coming back in the division. All right? Pah! Thank you, Bills, for losing. Anyways, we know last week the DXY broke trend and the DXY was coming back down hard. Now, this is what's interesting, right? Because last week the DXY was coming down hard, but crypto didn't care, right? There was so much fun at the crypto market that the DXY had two of the biggest red days it's had in a long time, yet crypto continued down. Here's the deal, guys, and this is what we got to watch for this week. Is the DXY going to continue to just get crushed? The issue we have here is the DXY is going to have to get... Listen, as much as I want to see the DXY just continue down a straight line, it's going to get retraces. So the issue I have here is at some point the DXY is probably going to get a retrace back up. What does crypto do in that scenario, right? Where it was going down even with the DXY going down. What does it do if the DXY retraces even a little bit? That's the issue that we have going into next week. Not going to say it is. Who knows what the DXY is going to do next week, but if it does, man, it'll be a little bit of an issue here in the short term, all right? So something that we'll watch going into next week. Listen, I don't want to be like the FUD spreader here, but I still think right now, guys, I'm staying neutral. I want to see where the dust settles, okay? I'm not going to be calling for an instant recovery here, and I'm also not going to be calling for an absolute capitulation down to 10K. I want to see where the dust settles. And I told you guys this a million times. I've seen Bitcoin.
Rant alert.
I've seen Bitcoin do some crazy shit where it's pumped when no one expects it and it dumps when no one expects it, man. All right, so like I said, I wouldn't be surprised next week if Bitcoin goes to 19K or if Bitcoin's at 13K next week. I wouldn't be surprised at either scenario. Would you guys be surprised at either scenario? I would be surprised at either scenario. So let's let the dust settle. The weekly is still at support, even though it's really tested it, man. It's sitting right on top of that weekly. So let's see. Jordan got to call instant recovery price zone 10 minutes. Let's see what we got going on here, man. The dust rain on your head. Get out of here, Clint. You let the dust rain on your head, my man. We're letting the dust settle. Why? Like I said earlier, we're in the wild, wild west. We're shooting blanks over here in the cloud. We don't know where they're gonna come out. Are we gonna shoot in DCA? Are we gonna shoot and get dumped on? Are we gonna shoot, sell, and get pumped on? We don't know what Woody's gonna do next, man. So don't F with Woody. Don't F with Woody, my man. It's gonna go up eventually. Everyone knows it. No, why am I crying now? Anyways, here's the deal, guys. All right, so short term, we don't know. Short term, let's be honest. Let's look at the daily chart, right? We sort of dump back down. We retrace back up, and now we're coming back down. And here's obviously the daily is still, as long as the daily stays above 16K, I think it's okay for now, right? Obviously, if the daily comes back down and smacks these lows again, 14K is the next target. And I hate calling for lower prices like that, but I'm going to be honest. Like, if that bullish divergence play doesn't play out, that 14K is looking juicy. The only problem I have with that is us just dumping straight down to 14K here. I think right now, or at least a couple days ago, the shorts were absolutely piled on, man. Like, there was a crazy amount of shorts in the market, which, when that happens, they're usually going to come back up. There's still this daily vector candle up here. Now, do I think that's likely to get taken at this point? I would say no, that's not likely to get taken right now, but you always got to be open to either scenario, right? So listen, at the end of the day, there's going to be guesses. Now's crunch time, though. And now, as we get towards the end of this year, as we get into Q1, Q2, Q3 of this year, now is going to be crunch time, right? Because we're getting to those levels that everyone's been calling for all year, man, right? We're getting to those 14s, those 12s, those 10s. Those levels that people have been calling for all year, they're almost here. So it's crunch time, man. And now is the time we put our head down and we look into, where do we think that, the dust settles? Because all this shit that's going on right now, the shit store with all these exchanges, we have no idea the outreach still. Okay, and that's why right now I'm not in the business of calling anything a bottom or this or that, because no one really knows the extent of this shit. This shit, apparently the channel of this keeps going deeper, right? They figure out this. Oh, you got something going on with Gary Gensler. Now there's something with this other guy in the government. Who knows how deep that shit went? So let's see what we got going on. Let's see what we got going on. Let's keep letting the dust settle at the end of the day. As we always like to say, right? Just to keep it 100. Guys, I don't want to talk about FTX and SBF today. I'm honestly so sick of hearing about that on Twitter, man. Okay? I honestly, it's going to give me a headache if I have to hear about that one more time. I'm going to be honest, man. Like, if I see anything about that again, this is going to be my head. No, I can't take it. I'm going to go nuts, man. Holy Lord. Here's the deal, my guys. Here's the deal. Here's where we are. Here's where the previous bear markets went. It could go lower than that, but this is... We got to start putting our heads down, man. If you still believe in the 4-year cycle, okay, which I know some of you guys do, and some of you guys don't. Some of you guys think this time will be different. If you do, that's cool. I think there's definitely a possibility of that, for sure. But if history repeats, this is the time to be putting your head down and making sure you have a plan here, because if shit hits the storm, right? If shit hits the fan, you want to be there to be able to take advantage of it, okay? Because shit can hit the storm and shit can hit the storm fast, my guys. When you see capitulations, they come fast, they come quick, all right? So here we are. We're in the zone. We could go deeper into the zone. Who knows where the bottom of the zone is? This is my zone, though. All right. During let's see. Head down. Ship hits the fan. When ship hits the fan, who's next? Who's next, man? Like we said earlier. Another one. Which one's gonna go down next? Another one. Get your shit off exchanges, man. All right. Let's continue on so we can keep going. Let's see. I think the money printer threw off the cycle by a few years. Definitely could have drunk bear. It definitely could. Like I said, we'll find out, my man. Obviously, right now we're sort of in we're interesting times. We're in definitely interesting times. I think everyone's on edge, right? A little bit on edge. Okay, and there's a lot of emotions and stuff like that going on. A lot of people got absolutely destroyed. It sucks. But once again, get your money off exchanges. You can keep some on if you're gonna trade or something, But your HODL stack or whatever you got, dude, you gotta get that off, man. Holy moly! At this point, like I always say, if it happens, it happens. At this point, dude. But let's go to the monthly time frame real quick, because I wanted to touch on the monthly. Short term's a short term. Doesn't look like really Bitcoin's doing anything right now, guys. And there's not much short-term price action to go over, right? You really got this. That's all you got. That's all you got to go over. Let's look at the monthly time frame just real quick.
Oh God, here we friggin' go, man. The friggin' monthly chart. My God, man. Can we talk about tacos or like ice cream or like food? This shit sucks. This is depressing, man. Look at the monthly. The monthly looks like dog shit. Like the freaking shit. God, man. So sick of this shit. I'm out of here.
The monthly time frame man, it's going to be very interesting to see where Bitcoin closes the monthly, right? Because it's got this previous wick here at 17,300. I mean, I look at the monthly. Obviously, the monthly's got a long time to go, right? It's not... You got 2 weeks until the monthly close. A little bit over 2 weeks, actually. Technically, you got about 17 days above that. But 14K, I mean, it's a lot of these same levels, right? 14K, which is obviously the 2018 high and the 2019 peak here. There's a lot of confluence here at 14K. I mean... Right now, like we said, guys, the weekly chart, the monthly chart, they're all extended very far to the downside. And we're an unprecedented... I mean, this is... A lot of this shit that we've always looked at is completely nullified, man. And it sucks, right? This week's weekly close, guys.
Rant alert.
This week's weekly close is going to nullify so many things that so many people were looking for. And it freaking sucks. Okay? Now, before we get into all that shit that it's going to nullify... The one thing that we can probably say, okay, maybe this happens, right? Let's go real quick to the total market cap on the weekly, real quick, all right? And then we can talk about ice cream, okay? We could talk about ice cream, tacos, everything in between. We can talk about ice cream and tacos. Holy moly, man. The weekly W is so done for. Facts, Anderson. I got it, man. The weekly W is kaput. Kapata, tada, to the downside. All you can do it as a fun with it now. But you look at the total market cap chart. So Bitcoin's broken all its fib levels. The only thing that I can point to is total market cap here, right? This is really it. Total market cap, unlike Bitcoin, is still above its previous all-time highs, right? So from 2018, here's total market cap, all-time high. Here is where we're at right now. We are literally sitting right on top of that right now. What also sits right at the all-time highs? Well, also the 786 retracement, which is right here. So it'll be interesting to see how this reacts, because Bitcoin's one thing, but how will total market cap react to breaking the previous all-time highs? Because it hasn't done it yet. All right, it hasn't done it yet, and also hasn't broken that 786 retracement. So we'll see, right? I want to see how this reacts. Right now, yes, Bitcoin's breaking it, but total market cap's still sitting up here. Even though this still looks like a little shady price action, I'm not going to lie. But the one hope I think the bulls can maybe take from this is, okay, you got to swing low. You got to swing low. And this one's got still the swing high and the swing high, right? So the bulls can say, okay, you got lower lows, you got higher lows, off the previous all-time high, off the 786 retracement. That's really the only thing that the bulls can say. Okay, this might be it, man. Woo, this might be the level. Besides that, on the Bitcoin chart, there ain't too much to say about that right now, my friends. There ain't too much to say about that. So many things we used to look at, man. I mean, it's crazy how much shit happened. It's crazy, man.
I freaking told you! All this shit is useless! The economy is dead! The whole crypto market was propped up by leverage exchanges. Bunch of idiots didn't prepare for a bear market. My God, man, my balls could run a business better than these mofos out here. Christ, man. Christ, stop trusting these exchanges. My balls are smarter than Sam Bankman-Fried, than Alameda, than 3AC, okay? Than BlockFi, than Luna, than Celsius. All these idiots are idiots. They suck. They can't run a business for shit. And they screwed us all. Christ. We're going to go down. There's nothing bullish. Get over it, folks. We're done.
Oh, shit. Mike's just laying it out there. Oh, shit. Oh, my Lord, man. No, Mike's spitting facts, though. These companies suck, dude. They didn't prepare. How are you, as a billion-dollar-plus company, not prepare for a bear market? What kind of idiots? You're in crypto. Just look at the past. You've dropped 85% in the past, the idiots. Plan for it. Oh, my God, man. I think I think someone 5 years old could run a company better than these idiots, man. Holy shit. Anyways, I'm done ranting about it. I'm done. Holy Lord. All right. Mike is based AF. What a dumpster shit show. All I can do is rant about it at this point, man. It's happened. It is what it is. So like I said, total is probably the one thing the Bulls can say. Okay, you might have still got some support above the previous all-time high. There's still a little optimism on total, but I mean, Bitcoin's kind of the opposite story. Now, here's the deal over here, my friends. Let's go look at shit. I mean, all the stuff that people have been looking at for years, man. I mean, the Bitcoin log growth curve chart. Look at this, man. That shit's gone, bro. That shit's gone. What else can we look at? The 200 moving average, the 300 moving average. Oh, wrong one. Those are gone, man. What else? I mean, the pi cycle bottom. The hash ribbon signal. Everything. The previous all-time high holding as support. All that shit's gone. We're back into square one. We're literally back into square one, man. And it's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's the daily close, by the way, aka the weekly close. Oh man. Holy moly. I think you guys are having fun today. Hope everyone's having fun today, man. Listen, I know this last week has been brutal for a lot of people, man. The best that we can do about it is learn from this shit and just have a little fun with it, man. That's it. That's it. And as we always like to say, it doesn't seem like it now, but when everyone's panicking and there's the biggest fear, which right now this is the biggest fear I've ever seen in the crypto space in the whole time I've been it by far. By far. I haven't seen one positive post anywhere in a week. Yeah. So, we always like to say, when no one wants anything to do with something, that's the time when you want something to do with it. Because that's when its value is low. Not going to say it's the lowest it's going to be. Because I don't freaking know, man. I'm not going to act like I'm sitting here like I know. But, at least you can say that. I guess it's better for this to happen now than it is in the middle of a bull market. No, so let it loose. We're in a bear market anyway. Let it freaking loose. Dump it. All right, we got the daily close, by the way. So look at the weekly close, guys. The weekly closed almost exactly at that $16,200 level. You can't make this shit up, man. Right at the previous weekly closes from January 2018. How interesting. How, I guess I shouldn't say how great. But how interesting how we closed right there. The daily time frame still doesn't have a good edge, but you know, let's see what we got in this new week. It should be interesting, man. The invalidation in the short term here, guys. The invalidation for the bulls. I want to see a break of this trend. If we can break above this trend line, let's freaking get busy, right? At least for maybe a little bit of a short term move to the upside. But, I mean, you got to break this trend line, which we've been getting rejected from since last Tuesday. Just oscillating down, oscillating up, down, up, down, up. So, something's going to happen right here, guys. We're going to get a move probably within the next couple hours. If you look here, we got this downtrend of resistance. It's horizontal support. Something's going to give here, at least in the short term. So, we break up, okay? We probably take some liquidity to the upside. I'm not going to say a massive move. Probably you take this vector candle right here in the 4-hour time frame. Probably at like, 16,850 region. And then it could just be a deviation and then a back down. So we'll watch this while we're on the stream today. But make sure you guys get your eyes peeled. Don't be looking at the charts too much right now. Right? I think right now is a time where I think you can kind of, take a little bit of a step back from the charts and obviously enjoy life a little bit. But make sure you're watching and pay attention. You got your sort of plan ready to go in case we do go lower or in case we go higher, right? All right. So what else are you guys saying here? Let's see, guys. 17,500, 18,500 before dump. Could be too. Who knows? Should be dumping, not pumping. Let's see. Matizzle said nothing is pumping. Get real. I don't think anything's pumping right now. Bitcoin's up 0.2%. Guys, let's not say stuff is pumping if it's up like 0.4%. Come on, man. Holy moly. Don't get my hopes up. I'm sitting here like this. Just kidding. I'm really not. All right. So we talked about this. We talked about you know, we're still in the zone. It is what it is. I love everyone in the chat. I need to find Jimmy, by the way. I need to find freaking Jimmy. I don't know where he went, but he needs to be in here, and he needs. Is it Squiggly? No, it's not Squiggly. Is it Wiggly? Wait, it might be Wiggly. Hold up. Yes. Don't worry, guys. Strap up. The bull market's about to start. Don't you worry. The Sam Bankman-Fried was a bluff. This is about to be a spring back to the upside. Bull market about to start, guys. 60K next week. Strap up. We're going to the moon, baby. There he is.
Yes! Hallelujah! 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 Hallelujah!
Oh, man, we found him. Woohoo! Yeah, exactly, Drunk Bear. You said woohoo right when I said woohoo. Woohoo! All right. What else do we have? Anything else I really wanted to talk about? The one last thing I want to say about Bitcoin, guys. The one last thing I want to say about the Bitcoin chart, and then we'll sort of move on, is the volume that we got last week. Now, volume's the volume, okay? I mean, we can argue semantics, and we can argue if this is legit or if this is manipulated or whatever. If we look at what the volume was last week, and we sort of compare to the last times we got a volume candle that was this intense, because this was an intense dump, man. If you look at this, as far as pure volume, just people selling out. I mean, you compare it to some of the previous times that we've had massive sell-offs. They've been turning points in the market, right? Either for maybe a little immediate short-term turn point or a macro turn point, right? Obviously, you guys can see the oh, my head's blocking it. There you go. You can see the volume that came in this past week, which was right here. Now, the last time we got a volume candle that big was right here. Okay, was on this, obviously, this capitulation candle on the weekly. We ended up getting a little bit of a move to the upside. Now, this bear market's a little bit interesting because we've seen multiple massive capitulations, right? This bear market's been brutal, guys. I think we can all agree that this bear market's been brutal. I'm surprised Jimmy's even optimistic at this point, man. All right? Holy moly. As we talked about before, even George is going nuts now, guys. What do I make a video about today, man? There's nothing bullish right now. Shit. Oh, Christ. Do I talk about my house and my channel? Do I do Lego stream? Might be time for a Lego stream. I don't know. No, but this one's interesting because we've seen 3 capitulation candles on this bear market, which is, you know, very, very interesting. I mean, the times in the past that we've had these, right? Obviously, right here in sort of May of 2021. When we got this massive capitulation here, that was this candle here, and obviously that was a good turning point, right? Before that, we had the March of 2020 crash. This was this candle here. That was obviously a turning point. Right here, which is June of 2019. Sell-off, that was obviously a turning point to the downside. And then we had November 2018, which was obviously this capitulation candle here, which is obviously a turning point to the upside. It was sort of, you know... These massive shit moves usually signal some type of shift, right? Because when you see a massive sell-off, you're usually going to get a little bit of at least a snapback to the mean. And that's why it's such a confusing time right now, right? Because normally I'd look at that and say, holy shit, man, people just capitulated out. There's probably a good chance we come back to the upside. The only issue I have with that is that the stock market's moved up last week. Are they going to reverse back down this week? Is the DXY going to go back up this week? If they do, that's going to kind of throw everything off. right? Because these past times we really haven't had to worry about that shit, you know, and now that we do. So, and that's why I'm not going to get too carried away with this and say, all right, the bottom is in. We just got a mass capitulation. The bottom is in. I'm not calling that right now. I'm not. I'm letting the dust settle, my friends. And I think everyone should let the dust settle and sort of learn from, you know, learn from trying to call a bottom and just letting the price come to you, right? Buy at your major levels. Let the price come to you. Stop trying to be a hero, okay? I think everyone's trying to be a hero, and you know, there's going to be only one person that probably calls the bottom to the exact T, okay? And that person will be a hero. But I bet it's going to be not the price that anyone expects. I will say that. The Bitcoin bottom is going to be at a price that no one expects it to be. No one. No one. It's not going to be this obvious level. I have a good feeling about that. That's for sure. That is for freaking sure. That's what the wife does at home. Just let the dust settle. Wayne, that's messed up, man. Hopefully she's not listening. I read it out loud. Wayne, you got to get the little dust and get that dust off, man. Maybe she wants a little something tonight. Just go up to her and do your thing and do whatever you do. Get the dust out. Dust that shit off, man. It's been too long. It's probably been like 3 months, man. Get it in. Come on. Get that thing. Come on. The Bitcoin bottom is 0. Oh, Lord. Holy Lord. Let's see. Keith gambling on sports and lottery is dumber. I mean, right now, I would definitely agree with that. I think right now, obviously right now is an interesting point, but at least if you invest in crypto, I mean, you're hoping for a future gain. If you're sort of investing in sports or lottery or something, you're pretty much throwing your money in the fire. I mean, that's my take. It is what it is. I heard something the other day. If you buy one ticket for the Powerball, you have a lower chance of winning the lottery than you do. Sorry, a higher. Let me see. No, hold on. Oh, a lower chance of winning the lottery than you do getting bit by a shark and struck by lightning at the exact same time. Let that sink in. Someone did this study. Being bitten by a shark and hit by lightning at the exact same time. What's the chances of that happening? Probably. that probably has never happened actually before. So actually that stat doesn't really make sense. Maybe that's happened. I don't know. Maybe that's happened. I doubt that's ever. You guys think that anyone's ever been bitten by a shark and struck by lightning at the same time? I don't know. I don't know about that. What if all the exchanges I use go under then? What then? Teju, we're all dead at that point, man. Like, I don't know what to tell you. We're all dead at that point. So you're saying there's a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. I like that line. I guess if you want to take it literally, I guess there's a very, very, very small chance that you could win the lottery. You know what I mean? Very, very small chance, my friend. Wow, should I should invest in the lottery in the bear market? Screw crypto. Crypto's a scam. Yeah, guys, I just read on Reddit. Everyone's saying crypto's a scam. Get away from crypto. Well, I'm going to go invest in the Powerball. Maybe I'll win that. All right, I'll see you guys later. Strap up. Powerball to the moon, bitch. I don't know what that is. That happened to me, and I also won the lottery. Clint, no, you didn't. Let's see. I suppose if I hit the water close by, they would feel it. True. Holy Lord. All right, come on, BTC. Like I said, we're sort of waiting on a resolution here, right? Bitcoin's at support, but it's got a downtrend and resistance too. So we're waiting to see which one breaks first, and we'll kind of go with it. Right now, the sentiment is extremely bearish, the most bearish I've ever seen in my life. So I wouldn't say I'm confused. I would say I am, like I said, I'm super neutral right now, man. Because I know how the market works. When everyone gets way too bearish on one side, you at least get a small slap back the other direction, right? Because they're not going to let everyone just short at the lows. I mean, that's too easy. You know what I mean? But at the same point, I get why big money wouldn't want to buy in right now. I also get that point, right? So I'm sort of, I'm letting the dust settle on this whole shebang, and I don't really want to talk about it, like I said, because it's been talked about to death, and I don't think anyone else even talk about anything different, to be honest. So, holy moly, man. Anyways, what else do we got going on? Anything else? Total 3. Let's look at the altcoin market cap, because that's at a very interesting point too. Look where Total 3 got right here, man. Look where Total 3 is. So Total 3 also, I find this fascinating, right? Because Bitcoin broke its previous all-time highs, but the altcoin market cap has not. Total market cap has not. And I find it fascinating because you look where Total 3 is sitting. Total 3 actually closed today, slightly above the previous all-time high closes from 2018. And I find that fascinating. Why do I find that fascinating? I just do. And it also closed right at the 300 moving average, the 300 week moving average, almost right on top of it, like a little baby there, like a little baby just sitting in its little den. Psycho Pro, look at DXDY's massive bull flag in the weekly. I got you, buddy. We talked. It was funny on Friday we talked about. I think it was in the Discord. I said something like the decentralized exchanges might be a good play here. And DXDY went freaking nuts, which is freaking awesome. Well, I actually have the DXDY chart right here. But what was it? Total 3. Once again, total market cap's at all-time highs, sitting right on top of it. Total 3 sitting right on top of previous all-time highs. This is an interesting support level for crypto. It's not for Bitcoin, but it is for like crypto in general. And that's also why, along with the sentiment being extremely bearish, I could see a little bit of a move up just to wipe out some of these shorts, and then we'll kind of go from there. I don't think that, I'm not going to be calling the bottom is in. I'm not. But I wouldn't be surprised if you do see a slight move up just to wipe some people out. Because this is a support level for crypto at the end of the day. So could I see something in the lines where you come back up, you wipe these guys out, you sort of retest the underside of this support as resistance, and then you turn right back over? Yeah, I could definitely see a scenario like that. So that's kind of where we're at for Bitcoin. It's kind of where we're at for Total, and we'll keep going from there. I will say we probably don't want to break that because the next support is at the 786 retracement, which is all the way back down at 264 billion. It's a pretty steep drop there for alts. That would be about, from where we are now, it's another 17-18% down for altcoins. So we don't want to see that. If we are, I guess at this point, I don't think really people really care at this point. Would you guys be upset if the market dropped another 10%? What's 10% at this point? It's crazy. You know what I find the most hilarious thing is, like, 10%. We're talking about 14K is the next level. I think that's like a 10% drop for Bitcoin. It's like a 14% drop for Bitcoin, which is crazy to me. Like, I would expect that to be more, but it's only 14%, which Bitcoin can do that in a day. You know what I mean? We've seen that before. All right. Anyways, that's besides the point. You guys see that? What was that? What was that one here? Hold on. Let's see. What else do we got? Oh, no, man. They don't want to hear from you today. They don't want to hear from you today, bro. Oh, guys. All right. I'm sorry about this. He's going to go nuts today, man. You know who it is, bitch. The smartest guy on crypto YouTube. What's going on, guys? It's Becker. I got my shotgun here. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do in this crypto market right now. This is all you guys have to do right now. You guys just need to wait. Wait it out. All right? There is nothing bullish right now in any of the markets, right? Nothing bullish on the world. Nothing bullish on any U.S. stock markets. There's nothing bullish on any type of crypto markets right now. There is nothing bullish. You guys need to wait it out, okay? Unlike how your mom can't wait for me right now, okay? She's begging for it. She's texting me over and over and over again. She wants it. She can't wait for it, right? But you guys need to do the opposite of that. You guys need to wait it out. I know you guys have nothing going on anyways. You guys are sitting there playing video games. You're sitting there with your controller, just playing video games all day. Why? Because you're a nerd and you never had sex before. Unlike me, who's about to bang your mom in like 5 minutes after I get off this video. All right? Wait it out, man. There's nothing to say about the markets right now. Wait it out. Let the dust settle. There'll be an opportunity where then you're going to buy Bitcoin. You're going to buy high cap altcoins. Okay? And then when those go up, you're going to buy gaming tokens. And gaming tokens are going to go nuts to the upside. Like I'm about to nut in your mom after. All right? That's all I got to say. Just wait. Becker out, bitch. I got abs. Too far, Becker. Oh, come on. Too far. Come on. Stop being soft. Stop being soft, man. Holy. Who said too far? Oh, my Lord. What kind of world do we live in? The one that everyone gets a trophy. Not just first place. That's what kind of world we live in now. Holy moly. I got 5 on it, Becker. Oh, let's see. Someone said Becker to sell it all. Let's see. I had to make my son leave the room for Becker. All right, little Johnny. Becker's on the screen. You gotta go. Becker's on the screen. Oh, Lord. Doesn't seem like the type of guy to take home the mama. Let's see. Not far enough, Becker. Oh, man. Karen in the chat. The Karen world, man. The Karen world. You know what they do in this world. Excuse me? Did you just swear on your own stream? Oh, my God. He just swore. We need to cancel him. He just swore on YouTube. Oh, my God. He just said something horrible. Oh, my God. We need to tell the news about this. Oh, man. Holy Lord, man. Oh. What a world we live in nowadays, man. This is crazy. What a world we live in. All right. Anyways, before I start bitching about that stuff, let's see what else we got going on over here. Free Samantha. Free Samantha. I haven't seen. What happened to Samantha? Is Samantha okay? Has anyone seen Samantha? Let me know. And Samantha, if you're here, don't be spamming the chat, man. Just keep it 100. Keep it PG in the chat. I'll try to keep it PG, guys. All right. I'm gonna keep it PG for the rest of the stream. No more swearing. If you want to bring your kids back in, they like this stuff.
Strap up. We're going to the moon.
Even though that one doesn't really fit right now. This is more like it now.
Bitcoin's going to 10K.
Oh, man. Look at Crow. All right, let's look at some other stuff besides Bitcoin. I think you guys are Bitcoined out. One more thing besides Bitcoin. We'll jump onto some altcoins here. NASDAQ broke out last week. I'm very interested to see what it'll do. It hasn't hit the 0.5 retracement. I usually look for the 0.5 retracement at least to be hit on these moves. You did technically break out of your little resistance here. So you had resistance here in the daily. You did break out of this downtrend resistance and this horizontal resistance here. So, I mean, in theory, always in theory here, there's no bearish divergence. In theory, I don't see why the NASDAQ can't come up a little bit higher to the 0.5 retracement, which also in theory should bring up Bitcoin. But we know in theory that wasn't the case last week. So I think right now, Bitcoin's in its own little world. So will this be helpful? Probably not. Until Bitcoin finds a little bit of clarity here. Okay? Bitcoin's in post-nut clarity right now. Okay? Bitcoin unfortunately had that capitulation nut. And now it needs to find that clarity. Which hopefully it does here somewhat soon. You guys are saying Bitcoin's dumping? Bitcoin is... It tried to come up. Now it's coming down. Come on, BTC. Give me some action, boy. Give us that bullish divergence or just let it happen, man. Let it happen. So I don't know if that's going to be helpful. We talked about the DXY already. The DXY is the DXY. It's going to do its thing. It's due for a retracement. I mean, it's really dropped from 113 all the way to 106 without any type of retracement back up. So if it does get a retracement, I would not be surprised. Which also would be a little bit skeptical for Bitcoin going into next week. So interesting times we live in, guys. Interesting freaking times, if you ask me. I think that, guys, today I'll tell you about this real quick. And we'll jump into some altcoins. We'll look at DXDY, which had a really good last couple days. After, obviously, centralized exchanges got absolutely cratered to the downside. We know this. They're all going absolutely nuts to the downside for multiple different reasons. But decentralized exchange, DXDY, did very, very well. But it did come back up to resistance. So, nice day on DXDY. DYDX. We're talking about DXY and DYDX. Holy shit. Yeah, you did come up to resistance, so be careful here. I mean, we don't FOMO at resistance, right? We FOMO at support. FOMO at support, don't FOMO at resistance. Your mind wants to do the opposite.
Rant alert.
Switch it, man. So this thing probably gets a pullback. Obviously, especially if Bitcoin can't seem to make any type of momentum, DYDX is probably going to get a pullback here at sort of the daily resistance level here. By the way, guys, I made halal food today by myself. Have you guys ever had halal food?
Halal.
I made halal. Okay,
No.
I made my own little white sauce.
No, you make chicken with rice. It's not halal.
Bruh.
I made chicken with rice. Okay, halal. All right.
No. What makes it halal?
I mean, but it was wonderful, by the way. If you ever had it and you've been to New York, you know what it is. It was absolutely delicious, man.
No.
I eat that every day. I said, Mr. Hart, nice, dude. It was delicious. Chicken, rice. We got the tomatoes. We got the lettuce. We got the white sauce. We got some red sauce on there, aka hot sauce.
It was Greek yogurt.
Oh, get out of
It
here!
was Greek yogurt and salt. It wasn't white sauce.
Bruh.
Holy Lord, she liked it. She just doesn't want to admit it.
Hey, I introduced you to halal food. Okay? Your food didn't taste like halal.
Nope.
Anyways, so that's the UIDX. Let's go back to BTC. BTC is dumping right now, by the way, guys. Before I start bitching.
Yes! Yes! I'm gonna be even more rich!
$16,216. So Bitcoin looks like it is breaking that support. How pity, man. There actually is a Fibonacci level though. I was looking at this earlier. From the swing low to the swing high, I think there is the 786 retracement right here as well. If that doesn't hold though, oh my lordy, it's probably not going to look good for BTC here, man. That's the last line of defense till the lows. All right, swing low. The swing high is right at that 786 retracement. Will it hold? A lot of you guys are going to say,
We're going to 100K tomorrow.
oh,
Bitcoin's going to 10K.
Bitcoin is bearish.
so 16,220. Let's see if this holds for Captain BTC. Who would have known the weekly close stream was going to be the dump stream, man? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it won't be. Maybe we're starting to get a little dramatic here. I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah, these are the levels though. 786 retracement and the lows. That's really what we got here. You know, that's really what we got. Looking lower, I mean, man. I mean, we talked about the weekly time frame, right? And I'm just sort of spitballing. You know, obviously, what we can here, but I mean, in between where we are now and 14K, there's really not much in between, my guys. There's really not much in between. On the daily, we pretty much went straight up. in between there. Looking left, right? There's really no price action in here. If we zoom in a little bit, you can see it even better. From 14K, I mean, which was right about right here, straight up, pretty much straight down, straight up, straight down, straight down, straight up. There's not much in there. That's not going to mean it's going to straight, like, dumps, like, direct line boop, to 14, but let's see what we got. Let's see what we got cooking. Good looking. Mike said I literally bought Matic like 5 minutes ago. Hey, man. Hey, some people bought Matic significantly higher, so congrats, man. You're buying low. Just who knows if it's the low of the low. We'll find out. All right. Let's see what did we check out Ethereum at today? So Ethereum's also at support, guys. Ethereum's at also the level I want to see held. Right? I mean, it's the bottom of this vector candle right here. We basically wicked down, took the vector, and now we're sort of sitting at, sort of this local support level here that we want to see hold for Ethereum too. I mean, if that breaks, it's the same deal. I mean, are we going to come back down to test the lows? Let's do a quick Fibonacci on ETH. Swing low to swing high. Let's see where we're sitting. Yeah, so we're cruising. So we've been cruising on top of the 0.5. Ah, man. Let's see what we got here for Ethereum. Looks like we're smacking that 0.5 retracement. We got 30 minutes into the hourly close. I guess nothing has technically changed here. We'll watch some of these fib levels here. You might have some bullish divergence that's forming on the hourly for ETH, but not Bitcoin. And we know Bitcoin's daddy. Bitcoin is daddy, if you know what I mean. Let's see. In your opinion, what's going to happen to the cryptocurrency sector? What's the SEC going to do? Brian, I think at some point there'll be regulation for stable coins and certain altcoins for sure. I mean, it's not a matter of if. I think it's a matter of when. But now you got this Gary Gensler shit going on with him possibly be involved in all this shit. People are looking into it. Who knows, man? Like, if anything happens with that could change a lot of stuff. But listen, like, they haven't even gotten through the XRP case yet. And in my opinion, I think it'll be interesting to see how it all shapes up. But I do think before the next true bull market, you'll see regulations come in. You will. Especially after this shit show, right? And a lot of people are arguing that this whole shit show is to speed up the regulations, to get regulations in faster. Like all these centralized exchanges going down for the SEC to say, holy shit, we got to start regulating these F boys. And to be honest, there already should be regulation at this point. Like, crypto's a massive industry, man. There already should be regulation. The fact that there's not makes me think that there's a reason why they're not. You guys know me. I'm a huge conspiracy theorist. I think there's a reason why there's already not regulation in, because they're involved in all this shit, man. 100%. They're 100% involved in all this shit. The SEC, congressmen, they're all involved in the pumps and dumps. There's a reason why regulation's not in crypto yet, even though crypto was a $3 trillion industry earlier this year, and still to this day is, a little bit less than $1 trillion industry. It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. I think FTX was a front to cipher campaign money. Could be too. Could be. It's over 12K next. You can't tell me that the government's not involved in a $3 trillion asset where assets are pumping up like 100x, Bitcoin's pumping up 20x. You're gonna tell me they don't want any of that piece of that pie? You're fooling yourself. Let's see. Joe. Oh, Lord. So Bitcoin's trying to hold up at the current moment. Guys, Bitcoin's not going to do anything until I get off. You know this is the case. If you ever watch my stream, you 100% know that Bitcoin is going to do this until I get off, my friends. It's gonna toy around, and as soon as I get off, right, it's gonna go. I'm a crab. 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 Until I get off, and then, like I said, as soon as I get off, that's when you're gonna see a giant move every single time. Let's see. Ryan said BTC to the moon. Shout out. Love the optimism, man. Love the optimism. You know, in a world full of pessimism at the moment. A world full of pessimism and negativity at the moment. A little bit of optimism and a little bit of trying to at least keep a smile on your face is the right way to go, man. At the end of the day. At the end of the day. Is near a good buy right now? It depends where you think Bitcoin is in the cycle. I'm not going to tell you if it is or not. You got to make that decision for yourself, man. Like, do you think Bitcoin is near the low? If you think Bitcoin's near the low, then yes. If you don't, then no. Right? Obviously, the near chart is not doing very well, like many things. You know, I mean, if we just want to look at support levels, I would say near is approaching a pretty big support level on the weekly. One that you definitely want to see held. Right here. Which is basically the weekly lows coming in from July 2021. After that, there ain't much. There ain't much there. So you're technically at a pretty big support level. Technically speaking. It's just a matter of, do you think Bitcoin's going to see 14K? If you think Bitcoin's going to see 14K, near's breaking the support. If you don't, near will probably hold up here. You know what I mean? If we want to keep it 100, if we don't want to sugarcoat stuff, because we can sit here and sugarcoat it if we want, but that's the truth. That's the truth. Now, is it a bad area to be like, okay, near? And I guess I don't want to do that. It's a bad way to look at the market. But here you are, man. Here's near. The good thing you could say is, I mean, there's liquidity to the upside. Hopefully, you look up here. I mean, there is a vector candle spanning all the way up to $10. So at some point, someday, I'm looking for this one to get filled, man. Just like all the bears looking for the downside ones to get filled. Right? Vector candle, vector candle. Someday, this one right here will get taken. It's just a matter of patience, I guess. You know? Let's see. Glitty. Are we in the how did the government let this happen phase? We could be. We could. That's really good. In the market cycle cheat sheet, we'll look at that tomorrow in the morning. That's a really good thing to look at. I need to order a new wife. Why? What's wrong with your wife? Is she not like Ethereum? Haha. Can you do a Jamaican accent for the crab filter? Oh God. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I can't do it. I can't do it. Don't worry. Be a crab. I can't do it, man. I was trying to sing a song, but that was just not the way to go. That was not the way to go, man. You put me on the spot. I can't do accents on the spot. I gotta just be like, okay, this is where I'm going with this. You can't say, Jordan, do this. If you say, Jordan, do this, it's not the same. You know? It's not the same at all. Yeah, I mean, do I really want to look at altcoins today? I really don't. I mean, there's no point in looking at altcoins, man. There isn't. There'll be a day where there is a time to look at altcoins, my friends. There'll be a day where it's like, okay, we're gonna look at altcoins to see which ones have the best setups and stuff like that. Today's not that day. Today's not that day until we figure out where Bitcoin wants to figure out, like, actually make a base. Because right now we don't know if this is the base. We don't know if this is the moon base. The moon base could be higher. The moon base could be lower.
I have a Jamaican thing for you to say.
Oh, what?
I'm from Fort Moore, man, a bad man.
What?
I'm from Fort Moore, man, a bad man.
I'm from Fort Moore, not a bad man.
Man, a bad man.
I'm from the Fort Moore, not a bad man.
No, that's...
I'm pretty good, man.
No, that's Indian.
I'm Jamaican, man.
That's Indian.
No, it's not.
Your accent is Indian.
I'm Jamaican, man. There we go. I got it. No, Rod said no point. Just depressing look at alts. I mean, you're not wrong, to be honest. You're definitely not wrong. We need your bullish hopium. Need your bullish hopium. The bullish hopium, man. I guess, guys, the only hopium I have. This is, guys, everything I've ever looked at has gotten crushed. You know? Every indicator I've ever looked at has gotten crushed. My hopes and dreams have been crushed. But I will say, is it the fact that everything I've ever looked at has gotten crushed and all my hopes and dreams of any of that ever working out has gotten crushed? Is that a good sign? Maybe. Maybe they're trying to crush my spirit here. But I mean, the only thing I could say that is any type of bullish is the fact that total market cap is still sitting above previous all-time highs, and total 3 market cap is still sitting right at previous all-time highs. That's the only thing I can say that looks bullish. Maybe not like bearish, but I mean, there's some things that look like neutral. But those are really the only things I would say. Okay, maybe they get some weekly bullish divergence off the previous all-time highs. Maybe total market cap uses that as support. But I mean, everything I've looked at has gotten crushed to the downside. I mean, guys, many things that everyone's been looking at for years have gotten crushed. Right? Everyone used to talk about the 200-week moving average. That got crushed. And then it was the 300-week moving average. That got crushed. Then it was the logarithmic regression chart. That got crushed. Then it was the pi cycle bottom. That got crushed. We can go on and on and on and on and on. You know? Then it was the 786 retracement, which Bitcoin actually still is, still could hold that 786 retracement. I believe... Let's see. So we probably want that to hold on the weekly chart. Let me actually see where Bitcoin closed on the weekly. Because I actually think Bitcoin closed the weekly below that 786 retracement, which is slightly depressing here. You know? Yeah. So for the first time in this bear market, Bitcoin has smacked the 786 retracement to the downside on that weekly close, which sucks, man. It sucks, freaking sucks. I think the only thing we can hope for is this is one giant fake out and we bring it back to the upside. But man, hoping that something's a fake out is thinking that it's a fake out. There's a big difference. It's a big difference, man. You know what I mean? There's a big difference. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Fear and greed building the base. We gonna go up. Mr. Miles, I would generally agree with you, right? Listen, I bought 16K. We're right above 16K. I think it's definitely, like I said earlier, it's definitely a possibility we come up from this level, right? At the end of the day, when you see a weekly candle that's that devastating, and I'm not even saying it's not even about the size of the candle. It's about the sheer volume that came in on that candle, man. Right? The sheer volume that came in on that candle. When you see a candle like that, usually there is a little bit of a mean reversion. Just based off previous times that you've seen massive sell-offs. Usually, I mean, I look back and most of the times the next week was green. Funny enough, like you don't expect that in the time, but you look at like this one right here from June, right? Massive capitulation, the next week was green. You look at this one from May. Massive capitulation, next week was green. March, massive capitulation, next week was green. 2018, massive capitulation, next week was green. So, I mean, it's one of those things that, like, it's easy to get carried away in the huge bearish narrative, but a lot of times the market doesn't care about the narrative. They care about, okay, if everyone's going short at the lows, they're going to bring it up to liquidate all those mofos, you know? So I am very curious to see what the next move is for Bitcoin here. And I will say this. You don't realize it now, and it sounds stupid. It sounds stupid because your head wants to tell you differently, okay? The lower we go, the better it is to be accumulating. But what happens, man? The lower you go, the less people accumulate. It's crazy. The lower you go, the less people accumulate. The higher you are, more people accumulate. When did Bitcoin have the most buyers? Up here. When does it have the least buyers? Down here. And that's why market participants get wrecked over and over and over again. They want to buy high and they want to sell low. That's what happens. Doesn't mean you can't go lower, but the lower we go, the better, obviously the better buy opportunity it's going to get, and most people won't do it. You know what I mean? So I know it's a depressing time. I know it sucks, man. Like it sucks. I mean, we don't have to sugarcoat it. It sucks. But at the same point, it does get you excited. The faster you move down, I have to say, it's sad, but it gets you excited because you know that you're getting closer to a reversal at some point, rather than just going sideways for 4 months like we were doing earlier this year. So, man, I mean, and if you guys still believe in the 4-year cycle, right? I mean, if you still believe in the 4-year cycle, if you still believe in it, Bitcoin's just, it's doing the same thing it's always done. We have our overlay chart that we constantly look at. The 2 previous bear markets, Bitcoin's right in the middle of both of them. It's doing the same thing it's always done. And if we want to color code it, just to say everything better, right? I mean, it's a lot of the same shit. Now, I get it, guys. Right now, I mean, I guess I keep denying it, but like, there's a lot of different shit going on. There is. I mean, there outside of crypto, there's a lot of different shit going on, and you know, sort of now you got this shit show that's going on right now. They don't even know what's going on with it. But if you just go based off the previous 4-year cycles, I mean, in theory, Bitcoin should bottom by the end of this year. I'm not calling where it's going to bottom, but it should bottom within the next 2 months, right? Based off, you know, the 2 previous bear markets, right? The first one, it bottomed at 59 weeks. The second one, it bottomed at 52 weeks, right? 59 weeks would be the end of this year. 52 weeks was this week. So anywhere between this week and the end of the year should be, in theory. And Bitcoin usually bottoms 75 to 78 weeks before the previous halving, which is this week to, like you said, the middle of December. So that's kind of where we're at, man. That's kind of where we're at. We'll see where how kind of everything shakes out, but that's what we got. That's what we got. Doesn't mean the bottom is in. I honestly, right now, if I had to guess, there's definitely a much higher chance, in my opinion, that the bottom is not in than it is. That's my guess. That's my guess. I'm not selling my whole portfolio and hoping that we go lower. But if I had to take a guess, the bottom is definitely not in. And I think we still got a little bit lower to go after this shitstorm. But we shall find out, my friends. I hope I'm wrong. Give me that wrong. Maybe me saying that will make the market go up. Because the whale is watching. The whale is watching, and he's going to know to bring it back up now. Shh, Jordan, shh. All right. Fear and greed ads. Let's see what we got going on over here. Let's go to the crypto fear and greed ads. Let's see what we got going on here, man. We got agents, and we got furniture. Look at that, man. Look at that. Furniture. And we got anime stuff. For all you guys in the stupid Discord talking about that. They love anime. So we're at a 24 in the fear and greed. So is this actually, yeah, this is from today. 24 in the fear and greed, right? 22 yesterday and 33 last week. So you're actually not that fearful, to be honest. You guys like anime? I've never been a big anime guy. I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't know what this says, so I'm going to get this off there. I don't know what that says. I've never been a big anime guy. I don't get the whole, I don't know a lot of you guys like anime. I don't get the whole, like, actually, I don't know if I should do that. To me, I don't get it. But I know a lot of you guys like it, you know. But hey, it's kind of like this new thing where people love anime for whatever reason. But you know, I guess you actually, I'm very, very shocked because the fear and greed index, okay, it is actually showing that you're not that fearful, man. You know, which is, this is why I don't look at the fear and greed index like that, because right now I see the most fear I've ever seen. I see people panicking like crazy. I see people who've even been in this space for years who are always bullish, actually panicking a little bit right now. Right? So I'm shocked, and then I don't take this 100%. It should be down here. There's no way it should be at 22. Personally, I don't know.
Can you look at
I heard I'm an anime. I kind of am an anime. I kind of am. Someone said because of young Japanese girls. It's probably true. Oh, Lord.
What are you talking about, Jordan? I love anime. Have you seen that shit? The girls are so cute on there. They're so cute. Do you hear their voices? How could you not think they're cute? Right? They go, yeah, yeah, yeah. I love apples. They're so cute, man.
Ricky said, got no fear left. Maybe no one has no fear left. Maybe the whole jar of fear has gotten thrown out and no one just has any fear left. And now everyone's just emotionless. You know? No one has any emotions anymore. It's completely emotionless.
Is Mike blind?
Is Mike blind? I've always looked at his eyes too. Mike might be blind. Which makes him even more smart because he goes nuts and he somehow knows everything about being blind. Nice job, Mike. Nice job, man. Oh, Lord. Let's see. This SPF stuff is just the worst. It's not going to be an easy recovery. You need a little white swan event for real. That'd be nice. A really, 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 a really, really nice, good swan event, I guess. Would be really, really nice. Kind of reading the chat here, man. And unfortunately, I thought we were going to get a little movement on the week close today, but it's going to wait it out until I get off, you know? Which I'll probably get off shortly because there's not too much else to say besides what we've already said. Sundays are usually kind of slow. The weekends have lately been freaking boring as heck, man. Boring as heck. But tomorrow's Monday, so we got a new week coming on. Looks like the DXY is trying to come up a little bit on the fresh week. It's too early to tell, though. I've seen plenty of Sundays where the DXY is up on the night, and then in the morning, it's already back down. So, same deal. Same thing with the stock market futures. NASDAQ down about 0.5, ES 0.3. So, this could change going into tomorrow. We've seen that consistently. So, that, I think, is most of it here, man. But, like, yeah. Let me see. Can you look at SO BTC and SO ETH? Really sad what happened on the Sol network. Let's see. SO BTC. Yeah. I don't want to spend too much time on these, man, because SO... Is it SO BTC? Is it Sol? You mean Sol BTC? Yeah, I mean, Sol got wrecked, obviously. I mean, a lot of altcoins got pretty decimated by that, right? But yeah, Sol got pretty hard there against BTC. It's to be expected, right? Sol got smashed. I would think at this point, I mean, you're at support, but I would say, I look at this and I say, okay, I mean, this one looks like, yeah, it's broken all the retracements, man. That was a 786 retracement. So, oh man, I mean, we're looking at Sol BTC. If it continues into next week, coming to all the way down to these levels, I would not be shocked to see Sol BTC come back down here. I would not be shocked whatsoever in a million years. Or maybe it recovers. I don't know. Get a little bit of a channel coming on. You could work your way down here slowly, like back up, back down, back up, until you eventually come back down to the support level. But man, Sol got pretty dooku'd, man. Let's see. Yeah, I think that was pretty much everything today. Sol. Yeah, I mean, I still think Sol's a good project, man. It's just going to have a lot of sell pressure, right? Because it was so tied in with FTX. I still think Sol was a good project at the end of the day. It's going to get hit in the short term. It's going to get decimated in the short term, right? Like if the market goes down, SOL will probably dump a little bit more than the rest of the market just because there's a lot of FUD over SOL. I still think it'll bounce back at some point. It's just a matter of where does it find that floor? Where does it sit and find that floor? You're not wrong, Mr. Miles. You're not wrong. But you know you're wrong about?
Rant alert.
You're wrong about ETH, Mr. Miles. Ah! I think we agree about Algorand, though. You know? The slow bleeding. Yeah, Bitcoin's slow bleeding. Same thing with SOL. SOL's slow bleeding. SOL bleeding. Hamilton said 4th place of MVP supporter. Hamilton! Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for freaking hanging out tonight on the weekly close, which has been pretty lackluster so far. So far, we bounced off the 786 retracement a little bit here. But time will tell what's going to happen here. I mean, like I said, we got support coming across, resistance coming down. Something's going to give tonight. Something's going to give tonight. Either Bitcoin gets a nice move to the upside or it tests the lows. So something's going to give, my friends. Just a matter of which way we're sort of going to go here. And the good thing is tomorrow's Monday, so we got a little bit more volatility that's going to come into the market. We're not relying on weekend price action here, you know? I prefer Cardano and Algorand, but SOL. Yeah, I said that in the bear market, I've been doing a little research. To me, in the bear market, my top 3 alts that I'm going to be going into mainly, especially at this point, are Ethereum, Matic, and Algorand. Because I mean, algo fundamentals are awesome, man. It's just it hasn't really touched that bid yet. I mean, it did well last bull market, but it's not as high as on market cap that I think it could be. I think Algorand to me could be at least in the top 15, if not pushing for the top 10. Which is tough to do sometimes, right? Because right now, obviously, you have a bunch of stable coins in the top 10, but when the market starts picking up, I wouldn't be surprised to see that in myself. Algo over Cardano? Personally, I would say yes at this point. Yes. I still hold Cardano, though. One just said this is sad. Keep your head up, man. Keep your head up. The fact that you were still here is crazy. The fact that you're still here is crazy. You guys were calling me crazy a couple months ago when I said, and I don't mean this to be a dick. I'm just keeping it real. And I would still say this is the case. Now I'd probably say it's probably closer to 20-30%. I would say only 20 to 30% that are still paying attention to crypto now will still be invested in crypto by the time the next bull market starts. 100%. 110%. It sounds crazy now. But guys, the downwards action is actually the better time. The worst action is the sideways. You know? And I don't think we've gone through that true bear market painful sideways yet. We would have if the previous low was the low, but now unfortunately we don't have that. He said 7%. I'd say 20 to 30% of people that are in crypto now will still be here when the bull market starts. Everyone else will be back at 50, 60K. Whenever that happens. Whenever it happens. You said rant alert?
Rant alert.
Rant alert. Like I said, that's not me being a dick. That's just me being a realist based off what's happened in the past. All right. I think I'm going to call it a stream here, guys. Let's wait for tomorrow. We're not going to get any price action tonight. At least as I'm on, I am like the whale indicator to say, okay, Jordan's streaming. Let's not do shit. All right. But I'm going to head out for the day. Enjoy the rest of my Sunday and kick it over here. Kick it. Yeah, I said kick it. Why did I say kick it? I don't freaking know. Maybe I'll eat some ice cream. I don't know. No, I won't. Guys, I had a cinnamon roll today. And I had a brownie yesterday. So I've been eating like shit this weekend, man. So no more sweets for me today. Even though, you know, I'll be eating some halal food, which has a little bit of sweet in it. But that's okay. But anyways, I'll be back tomorrow morning, 9:45, and we'll talk some. We should have some price action to then they'll talk about, right? Like I said, a move is going to happen here in the next couple hours. It'll be interesting to see which way they push this because everyone's bearish. So like I said, I would not be surprised if they actually either they bring it up from this level or they bring it down, create a bullish divergence, and then bring it up. So come get these shorts first. Kind of looks like a little guy here. Maybe he's sad. He comes up, he's sad, and then they try to come back down again. But we'll find out. All right, we'll find out in the next episode. Actually, that looks so wrong. Actually, now that I said that, I'll be back 9:45. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Keep it easy. Take some time off the charts, man. They'll be here. All right. Later. Peace. Halal is here. Don't be making fun of my halal food. All right. Maj.
Bruh.
Later, guys. Peace. What the? Oh, we gotta wait for it to reload, man. It's gotta reload. It's ridiculous. I've gotta wait for this to reload. Chicken, rice, and peas. Sounds pretty good to me. That's a very well-balanced meal. You just need some fats in there. You need some fats. Because chicken, rice, and peas has no fats, man. Maybe add a little avocado in there. Add some nuts. You could even have a glass of milk on the side. I don't know. Add some fats in there, man. Peace!